All right, it is time for an announcement video. Hey everyone, it is Shannon, and I'm super excited to be here today and to share with you this video. This is a really big day for me here on YouTube because on February 5th, 2013, I uploaded my first video on this channel. It was called Welcome to Planet Shannon TV, and I was very clear in that video and very excited in that video to have a home base where I could talk about pretty much anything that I wanted. And in that video, I specified the things that I wanted to talk about included film, books, TV, art, knitting, ideas, and things I find impactful. That was the most surprising one when I went back and watched that video, which to be honest, I don't recommend doing because it's not great and the sound quality is not great. But if you so desire, you can go watch it. But now here we are 10 years later. I can't quite believe that it's been 10 years. Like when I look back, I see so many memories, like at the different videos at the different stages, but I never set out to do this channel for 10 years. So it's kind of wild to have sort of 10 years of content, 10 years of ideas, 10 years of reviews, or whatever it may be. Not 10 years of 1 second every day. I've been doing that for at least 3 or 4 years, and I love that I have that. It just gives me such a very quick view of like what my life was like then. And I feel like that in terms of the channel. It feels like a time capsule that is like from all of these different stages in my life and in the past 10 years. Not in all of the different stages, in the past 10 year stage. Is there a word for that? Decade, I guess. Doesn't align with this particular decade. Anyway, we're not going to go there. Today, I just mostly wanted to celebrate this moment because it just, like as I said, I didn't plan to have this channel for this long, but I'm actually really thrilled and happy that I have stuck with it this long, and it doesn't feel like sticking with it. It just feels like something I enjoy doing, so I keep doing it. I would have to add to my little list of things there. One of the things that I have talked about on this channel that sort of comes and goes is also gaming. That was something that wasn't really present at the beginning of this channel, but in the middle, I talked about it a fair amount, and more recently, I have been gaming more, but it doesn't crop up in a lot of videos. But I think when I still look back at that, do I talk about film? Yep. Books? Yep. TV? Yep. Art? Not quite as much as I'd like. I feel like I have film. I wish I could do top-down filming to do art videos, and so that's something still out there to figure out. I have tried a few things over the years, but I've always been nervous about my camera falling, so I haven't. So I've tried a few things. And then knitting, I haven't talked about in ages, so that will be something interesting to look back on. And then ideas and things I find impactful, I think I work those mostly into other videos, like in terms of reflection and stuff like that. Although impactful, I don't know how often I specifically talk about that, so that's something to think about. And it is something that I'm going to think about because what I plan to do is do some like retrospective videos about those topics: film, books, TV, art, knitting, ideas and impactfulness. I'm not sure, but also like I'm not sure how I will approach that. And then gaming. I'm going to look through like my older videos and sort of see like what was on my mind then, who was I as a reader in 2013 versus who I am as a reader now. I mean, like the first book review I ever uploaded was Divergent. It's like, so a lot has changed over the years. Although I still I don't read a lot of dystopic anymore, and also who I am as a YouTuber, who I am as a YouTube viewer. Like I think those things have changed a lot over the years. So I'm hoping to do a whole bunch of videos that sort of look at those different elements in terms of probably looking at some favorites, looking and reflecting back on things. And so I'm just really excited. I have so many ideas of videos that I want to do, and I think I'm just going to celebrate and do this for as long as it feels good. And probably I have enough video ideas to do it for the entire year, which I know seems like a bit much, but I feel like it's a great opportunity to look back and also to look forward. So like how far have I come, if it's a journey type thing, and where do I want to be? How far have I come, and am I going in the right direction? And, where do I want to be? Do I need to course correct, or am I just getting closer to a goal? And then in some of these things, there may not be a goal. It might just be something I enjoy doing. I pretty much always have a goal, to be honest. But I don't know. Maybe I do, maybe I don't. But I just feel like it'll be a good, interesting, fun opportunity to sort of look at things in that way. And so I am going to take the opportunity to do that. So I do have, as I said, I have lots of videos that I hope to do. I do want to do some favorites over the years. One of the things that happens, because I don't tend to film in December and January, I almost never do favorites because that tends to be when you share your favorites of the year. And I am someone that I do feel like you have to wait until December 31st has been done and you've gone to sleep and woken up, and then anything before then is from the previous year in terms of what you've seen or watched. For me, for what I've seen or watched, I'll use I statements there. So because that's how I do it. And I thought of maybe at one point, I thought maybe if I leave it just till the end of November, I can do videos in December, as long as I remember to consider December in the next year. And then I was like, oh, it's too complicated. I don't, all my spreadsheets are yearly. So it's like, I already have the information that way. And that's the other thing. It's going to take a little while to put all of this information together and to get some of my favorites on my list going. So I do have an idea of something to sort of tide us over until then, which is I found a list of films of my favorite 200 films, but I made it before the channel. So I'm going to do countdown style videos of those 200 films, so 200 to 1. I have no idea how many videos that'll end up being, but it'll be a series of videos. And while I'm doing that, I will be putting all of the information together of my favorites of the past 10 years in terms of books, film, TV, or the things that have been impactful or the things that have inspired ideas. So, and then I'm a little less sure in exactly what I'm going to do about videos about art and knitting. I definitely can show some of the things that I've knitted over the years and talk about how my knitting has changed over the years. And I'm trying to think about whether it would be a good idea to try and incorporate that in on the channel, have it in its own videos or separate videos. I don't knit as much in terms of volume, and I know my fellow booktubers that are also knitters sometimes put it with their videos and sometimes want a separate channel. And there's this dance, isn't there? This dance in terms of where, do you put everything together or do you silo things out? So, but I am, in terms of that, I definitely feel like I want to have all of my content here, but would I want it on a separate video or put it in with its own video? I don't know. For the retrospective idea, I'll definitely do its own video for each of those topics. Although ideas have been packed on this, I'll have to think about that. Anyway, for this video itself, I just mostly wanted to celebrate, and I also wanted to say thank you to anyone who has been with me over the years, or even if this is the first video that you've ever seen, or if you've been here since the beginning or somewhere in the middle. I think the most of the people I've met through BookTube, generally, although I do still like some people I know from early days of the channel, and often that was more film related. So it's interesting to see like how things have come, like how things have changed, even just looking back at older videos. Oh my God, the tech. We are so fortunate to have so much easier access. Well, I wouldn't necessarily say easier access to tech, but the fact that you can film from most phones now is huge in terms of ease of access for a lot of people to be able to create their own channels and create their own content. And I'm so thankful for that. And it's just a wonderful thing. And I always feel like doing videos is such a great way to share what you're thinking, share, insights into things. And that's one of the things that I love about the style of the content. Content is not my favorite word, but anyway, yeah, so here we are 10 years later. Let me know if there's any particular type of video that you want to see. As I said, I'm definitely going to do favorites and reflections and lists and maybe some tips. I don't know how good my tips would be, but like tips, but also stuff about YouTubing itself, and on a more sort of meta level. And yeah, I think I covered everything. I don't know. I hope I did. But mostly, I just wanted to celebrate, and I think this will be a nice opportunity for me to look back on how things were, see how things are, and also project forward to how where I want things to be. So and so I'm just going to take the opportunity to do that. So yeah, and I do plan on, as I said, I'm going to start with this countdown of 200 films, which might be a bit out of left field, but honestly, I just need some time to put the information for favorites, so film favorites, reading favorites, and TV favorites, and yeah, let me know if there's anything that you'd like to see. I also might do some sort of like more, as I said, like meta stuff, like, you know, the things I learned through YouTube or something like that. I don't know. Is there anything that you would like to see in particular in terms of a style of video? There's also the things I still haven't figured out, like how to do a live stream, although I did stream live from my phone once. There was a while ago. I think you can still do it, but you don't, it's the response time I found for the tech I had at the time wasn't great. But I mean, like through like StreamYard, a lot of people use that now. So how do you do that? There's so many things. There's always things. I'm sure I figured out many things over the years, but there's always more. And I think it's you're in a good spot when you're still curious and engaged and want to know more about something, about instead of just simply frustrated. And I am, you know, I'll admit I'm still frustrated that I haven't figured some things out. But I mean, there's always that. Like, that's just life. That's just like, there's always more to figure out. You know what I mean? Anyway, so thank you for being here and for celebrating with me. And there will be lots of videos to come on this retrospective type of thing. I'll have to come up with a name for it. And I hope that you enjoy the content that will be there. I will continue with a lot of my regs, of course, with Friday Reads and tags and stuff like that, and my 1 second every day. Friday Reads and 1 second every day have been my most consistent over the past couple years. So those will continue, and then I'll probably do these retrospective type of videos as often as I can, and we'll see how it goes. So there you go, 10 years. Who knew? I did not know. And do I still have the same card? Oh no, I made a new one in 2016. I think it might be time for a new one. But I've been using these for over 10 years because I had videos on my other channel too. So, but now here we are, 10 years. Thank you for celebrating. Thank you for being here. It has been a wonderful way of, I need a new exit. So what's that called? The phrase for sign off. I need a new sign off. Well, I use the same one all the time, but thank you for being here, whether it's, as I said, whether it's the first video you've seen or you've been around the whole time or anywhere in between. I really appreciate it, and it's always fun to talk about things, and that is like what I love about having a channel. So there you go. Thank you so much for watching. I will be back soon with another video. That's my sign off. All right, take care. Bye.